My cousin harassed me and demands I change my baby's name. My cousin Rachel called me the day after I announced my daughter's name to the family. We named her Lily after my grandmother who raised me when my parents died. Rachel was screaming that I'd stolen her baby name and I needed to change the birth certificate immediately. She said she'd been planning to name her future daughter Lily since she was 12 and everyone knew it. The problem was Rachel wasn't pregnant, wasn't married, and wasn't even dating anyone. She was 34 and had been saying she'd have kids someday for the past decade. I told her she couldn't reserve a name for a hypothetical baby and she lost it. She said I knew how much that name meant to her and I'd deliberately stolen it to hurt her. She actually accused me of getting pregnant first just to use the name before her. She said I'd ruined her entire future because now she could never have her perfect daughter named Lily. I reminded her that millions of people were named Lily and she could still use it. She said it wouldn't be special anymore if my daughter had it first and everyone would think she copied me. She wanted the glory of bringing back grandmother's name into the family and I'd robbed her of that moment. For the next 3 months, Rachel made my life hell. She refused to acknowledge my daughter existed. At family gatherings, she'd refer to her as the baby or your child, never Lily. She'd tell relatives I'd betrayed her and stolen her dream. She actually made a PowerPoint presentation for Thanksgiving showing all the times she'd mentioned wanting to name her daughter Lily, including diary entries from middle school and text messages to friends. She presented this to the entire family while my 3-month-old slept in my arms. She demanded a family vote on whether I should change my daughter's name. My aunt shut that down immediately, but Rachel kept pushing. She started buying baby items with the name Lily monogrammed on them and displaying them at family events. She'd hold up a blanket saying this was for her future real Lily, the one who deserved the name. She'd post old photos of her grandmother with captions about how grandmother would be devastated that the wrong granddaughter got to honor her. She actually called my daughter's daycare and tried to get them to call her by her middle name instead, saying there was a family dispute about the first name. The daycare had to ban her from the property. Rachel then started telling everyone she was trying to get pregnant through IVF so she could have her Lily. She wasn't doing IVF, she just wanted sympathy and to make me look like I'd forced her into desperate measures. She created a fake fundraising page for her fertility journey that she shared everywhere talking about how she needed to have her Lily to heal from family betrayal. She raised $2,000 from distant relatives and friends before anyone realized she wasn't even seeing a fertility doctor. The money went to buying more monogrammed Lily items that she'd photograph and post online. Here's where it gets interesting. Rachel's ex-boyfriend from college reached out to me after seeing her posts about the name drama. He told me Rachel had pulled this exact same thing with his sister 8 years ago. His sister named her son Oliver, and Rachel had a down claiming she'd always planned to use that name. She'd harassed the sister for months until they had to threaten a restraining order. He had emails and texts from that incident that were word for word identical to what she was sending me. Turns out Rachel had a pattern of claiming ownership over names whenever anyone in her orbit had a baby. I invited Rachel over to discuss the situation calmly. She arrived with a list of demands, including that I legally change Lily's name, pay her back for the emotional distress, and sign a document saying I'd never speak about this to future family members. I told her I had a compromise. I found a lawyer who specialized in unusual cases, and we could establish legal name rights for the family. She could officially register her claim to specific names for future children, and no one could use them. Rachel was thrilled and immediately started listing not just Lily, but 12 other names she wanted to reserve. I gave her the lawyer's contact information and said he was expecting her call. The lawyer was actually my friend's husband who agreed to play along. He met with Rachel and had her sign multiple documents claiming exclusive rights to various names. He told her the filing fee would be $8,000 to make it legally binding across all states. Rachel paid it immediately using the rest of her fake fundraising money plus her savings. She posted everywhere that she'd legally secured her baby names, and no one could steal from her again. Of course, there's no such thing as legal name rights. Full story on channel link below.